Good morning, everybody. What's up? It is Cowboy, and it is 8:30 a.m. EST. And we're about to jump right into the charts here. So let's do it. Bitcoin. Yeah, big week, election week. I did that video yesterday, put it out, talked about how unpredictable everything is, right? Really hard to say what's going to happen. But if I were just to judge the charts on their own merits, that's what we're going to talk about here today. And that's what I did yesterday as well. So that's all we have in the end, right? The news is unpredictable. Once the news comes out, it can have an effect that is usable for a period of time. But in the end, especially if you're not doing short-term trades, the charts are what we have. Charts and, fundamentals, knowing which way the wind is blowing via the Guerilla is an excellent resource for that. And we also have a lot of other resources, but this is what I drew yesterday. And that's what was on the video, this crazy looking bunch of arrows and so on and so forth. So far it kind of looks like I was right, more or less. There was a lot of liquidity up here at about 72,000, and it has been there for a few days. I doubt that's changed. We will verify that, but it looks like Bitcoin's going to gather some steam and head up. Last I checked the algos, and that still appears to be the case. Let's take a look higher time frame. Yeah, I mean, it's not quite ready to go up. I had considered entering along, but I'm looking for some things to happen on the algos before I can go long. And that's why I kind of have this, sideways movement and then possibly long. And you never know though, because remember right about the 5th, which is where I have this potential move down, that's election day. And I mean, if I were in any trades at that point on November 4th, or early November 5th, I would be out. I would get out of those trades or tighten up the stops, whatever it might be, because I don't even think it's worth trading on election day unless you're scalping. It's another story. But you're looking at it, what I think is going to happen with Bitcoin. So go ahead and ask questions if you're watching here. If you have any charts you want to see, I'll be happy to throw them up. I'm going to take a quick look at Solana. We're going to move over to the indices. Now Solana is going to be like Bitcoin to me, right? So it does show that it's gathering a little steam, but if you go to the higher time frame, it still looks a little bit bearish. I mean, this Solana actually, again, it could be just like Bitcoin, where it goes sideways and then it pops up here. So let's actually draw that out. Yeah, so you got this support sitting right here at about 158, 159. And it looks as if price for the moment is either going to crawl sideways or sideways and up, right? So it could just kind of bounce around like this, or it could start to climb up and make its way up. And I'd say the nearest stop off point is going to be about 174. It could go past that. It all depends on what Bitcoin does. That's what I'm expecting. But again, it's election week. So something happens tomorrow and this thing could just freaking trash down or scoop up or do anything. So very, very unpredictable time. Mohammed Al-Sayed, Bitcoin KE long short, Bitcoin KE long short. I don't know what that means, my friend. You'll have to expand on that statement right there. So let's head over to the SP 500 and more or less doing what I was talking about yesterday, just following that chart. Again, I think we're going to see a lot of nothing until the day of the election, and then just like no idea what's going to happen. A lot of money sitting in the sidelines, a lot of votes coming in though. So, okay. So yeah, Mohammed, I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't speak that language, whatever that is, my friend. If you can put that in English. Oh, okay. I'm assuming that means you don't speak English. That's fine. Well, thank you for watching anyway, my friend. Thanks for coming. I wish I could help you on that one. So at any rate, we have SP 500. And yeah, it's just, I think you're going to get sideways until election day. And then you know what? Because this election is in 2024, the world that we are in, it may be that we don't get much action for a few days. I mean, it's what I'm thinking, and I might be wrong, and really nobody has any idea what's going to happen except for maybe like some super high up muckety mucks, right? But it may be that we don't get much action at all because there's a lot of indecision, right? So, like it might be that we don't even know who the president's going to be by the end of the week. So there's going to be a lot of who knows what's going on, a lot of infighting, and we'll see about it. I mean, it might be that people get their act together and there's a decision made and all that. So who knows? Look, the thing about it is, I don't care who you want for the president. It really doesn't matter when you're trading, right? Now it's different when it comes to investing or even like how to plan your life or those things. That's when who's going to be the president matters. That's when you want to pay attention to these things. But as a trader, you just got to want what the market wants. So if you're going to trade, then the best thing you can do is to try to find a situation that has stabilized. Okay. So, and things are a little unstable. So we'll see about it, right? Yeah, but this is what I see. ES1, you'll notice, see data with Dan says, good morning. Do you have analysis on a stock that monitors real estate market in the US? I would probably look at REIT's data with Dan. So I don't know if we have time for that, but let me see if I can look up a good REIT. Let's just do this. Like, what stock monitors or follows real estate in the US ? We'll just ask the search gods here. Top 50 real estate stocks, a list of stocks in the real estate sector. Let's just see what the 8 best real estate stocks to buy are according to US News. Prologis, American Tower Corp, Equinix, Welltower, VICI Properties, I'm assuming that's Vici, Equity Residential Properties Trusts. I like the sound of that for just how generic it sounds, right? Let's look at EQR. Let's just look at that one. I don't know. I'm only just like pulling one out here. So this is logistics, real estate, specialized REIT, wireless communication towers. Okay. Welltower, healthcare facilities, gaming, hospitality. Equity Residential is a multifamily residential REIT that owns and operates diversified. Okay, that's apartments. CoStar, online real estate, commercial real estate. Invitation Homes operates and leases single-family U.S. homes in the starter move-up categories. Okay, so let's look at INVH because that seems to me to be what you're looking for. INVH. So these are like starter homes and more, starter homes and move-up homes, right? Because if you're looking for residential, that's what you want. And it doesn't look good. All right. No, it's okay. I'm just kind of joking. Not really though, because going over the past 6 weeks, this has gone down. Let's see, what is this? About 18%. That's brutal. I don't know if home prices have followed that. This is a stock, so it's going to act differently than homes. Home prices tend to not move quite as quickly as stocks, but you can see like this is going to react like to 2020. I mean, this might be something that precedes stocks. What would be interesting would be to take this and see if you can map out like U.S. home prices. Let's see if that's even okay. Single family home prices. Watch this. Let's see if this Invitation Homes tells the future for home prices. We're going to hit this plus button next to the INVH. Let me go ahead and maximize this screen here. Okay, hit this plus button. We're going to overlay US home prices. And we're going to see if this thing tells the future. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay, so interesting. Yeah, I mean, it looks as if home prices are telling the future for the stock more than the other way around. See, you got this is on 2 different percent scales, first of all, so you can't, don't look at the size of the move, but you have to look at the timing of the move. So if I were to map out the peaks and the troughs for actual US home prices, and this is average prices across the country. So, you're not looking at certain markets that, tend to be, let's not use that one. Okay, so a peak here, valley here, more or less. So what you do is you map out these peaks and valleys, and it seems like the home prices are moving a bit more quickly. As a matter of fact, you look at home prices before the 2020 crash, and they started falling like in July of 2019. And then the stock market kept rising. So it looks as if maybe home prices are preceding this REIT, which is interesting. You could use that as, now this is like a several weeks precedent, but the like home prices start to lift here. And then I'm going to use a different color line for the actual REIT. We'll say blue. This is how data is done, by the way. This is just data, data science, very basic data science. So you have like here, and then here's where it's like this. So the REIT it falls about like maybe 6 or 7 weeks after the actual home prices. So home prices start to fall 6, 7, 8 weeks later. The REIT falls, right? Home prices start to rise 6, 7, 8 weeks later. REIT prices start to rise. This is about a 3 or 4 week precedent here. So that's one interesting thing. Like, if you're looking at home prices, if you can monitor them, then this REIT, you might be able to make some money because it's like there is a difference. The home prices precede that. So that's one way to play the game though. And that's in VH. V the Guerilla is in the house. How you doing, V?
Oh my God, you're actually showing your face?
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to scare everybody away.
Halloween was on the 31st, man. You do realize that, right?
Well, yeah, but I wanted to keep it going.
Oh, I see.
My
Well,
favorite
you're doing
holiday.
a great job.
It's got to be holiday all year, sir. Thank you for the. I'm doing what I can.
Yeah, man. That's it,
I was
brother.
I was getting deep into this analysis. This INVH, which is a Invitation Homes, is it's an REIT for residential. And actually, if you watch the home prices, it literally will predict the move for this REIT like 6 to 8 weeks out. So it's kind of a neat way to do things. Little way to play the game. But yeah, V, if you want to get us out of here, we should go over to the private live lab.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you all for listening in. Listen, if you want to join the most prolific trading organization on God's green earth, join us over at algofactory.tech. That being said, Cowboy, take it away.
Join us or die.